guys, it's me, it's Queen Aset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Okay, so exciting news. Today, I finished my Patreon account. So for any of you who are interested, you can become my patrons on Patreon. For anybody who doesn't know what Patreon is, it's basically a website where people like me, artists, sign up and we can be supported by those who are our patrons, people who support our art. So for any of you that's already familiar or any of you who are not, I'm going to leave underneath here my Patreon information. So I'm going to leave it underneath every video so you guys can check it out. Now, if you want to become a patron, for $5 a month, you get a shout out on a video. For what is it, $15 a month, you get a shout out on a video and you get your name underneath the description section in each video. Let me see. And that was the third one. And for the third one, for $35 a month, you can get a free video chat with me once a month for 30 minutes. So during that time, we could do cards, we could talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's really up to you. But every month, you get 30 minutes with me. So I thought that was really cool. So check out my Patreon underneath this video. Also, June 2nd is our live chat. So all you come on out because we're going to be discussing the book Being Me, Loving You on June 2nd at 2 p.m. Eastern. Please read pages 6 to 10 if you already have the book. Likewise, on June 25th, I am going to be in Orlando, Florida at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So if you want to have a butterbeer with me, email me and we'll all coordinate so we can meet up at the same time. Likewise, if you would like to get a reading, please email me. I will give you an appointment and I think that's it. That's all the announcements. All right, now we can get to the question. Now we can get to the nitty gritty. Okay, so the question was this. I was asked, why is it that so many Aquarius go after people who are unavailable? We've been accused of this many times, Aquarius. People say that we go after people that are unavailable in some way, emotionally unavailable, physically unavailable. You know, it could be long distance. It could be somebody that's married. We go into a lot of situations with people who are unavailable. So this person asked me, why is it common for Aquarius to do that? And I was like, well, you know, there's two reasons. The first reason to go after somebody, and I would love it if you guys would tell me what you think about these reasons, or if you have reasons of your own, I would love to hear about them. Please put them under the comment section. So this is my thoughts on it though. I feel like if you're going after people that are unavailable and you're an Aquarius, it's probably because something about you is unavailable. Because as an Aquarius, a lot of times we're in that detached mode. You know, we're detached from our feelings. We have feelings, but we're detached from them or compartmentalizing them. So I feel like a lot of Aquarius might be in that space. So they're attracting partners who are unavailable because they themselves are unavailable. Emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically. Something about them is unavailable, so they're attracting or choosing partners who are also unavailable. That's one thing that's common for Aquarius. Another thing that's common for Aquarius, and I know this for myself, when I was in my younger years, a lot of my trickster would come out. My Loki energy would come out all of the time. And one thing about Loki energy, especially with an Aquarius, is we like to play. So you mess with people who are unavailable because you don't have to give anything. You can just play. Okay? There was a time when I liked to just play. You know, you just want to play the game. Just want to have a good time, you know. Just want to, you know, hang out. Nothing serious, nothing committed. And when an Aquarius with a little bit of that Loki energy is in that mode, That's another time when we're going to pick partners who are unavailable so we don't have to really give them anything. If you're in a relationship with a woman who's emotionally unavailable, you don't have to be emotionally available. If you're in a relationship with a man who's married, you only got to be bothered with him when he come around, and he ain't coming around all the time because he's married. So a lot of these kinds of men, they come around, when wifey don't want to be bothered, basically, is what happens, right? So a person who's in that mindset will be thinking, okay, well, I just want to play. So this person is unavailable. They can only go so far. They can't be here all the time. They can't really get serious. They're in a relationship. So a lot of times a person that would do something like that is thinking, well, okay, this is good to play with. Everybody's not looking for a relationship. Remember, everybody's not looking for the same thing. Some people just want to play the field. Some people like to chase. Okay? So a lot of times if you have an Aquarius and they are, just playing the game, and every time, it's kind of deliberate, every time you come around the Aquarius, they're seeing somebody that it can't possibly go anywhere. Come on now, every time. So every time I see you're in a relationship with somebody or talking to somebody that it can't possibly get serious. That's an Aquarius who's playing, or an Aquarius who is unavailable themselves. Or a combination of both. Because sometimes, because you're unavailable, you start playing. You see? So that's why I'm saying I have heard Aquarius accused of this more than once. And in my youth, when it was me, that was the situation. One or both was the situation. So tell me, with you, if you find yourself ever in your life, if you've ever found yourself talking to someone who was unavailable, they couldn't be with you, they could not make a commitment for one reason or another. Maybe they were physically in another country, away at war, away at school, something like that. There's lots of reasons why the person could be unavailable. But think, if they're emotionally, mentally, physically, or spiritually unavailable, how many of you have had that kind of situation and you keep on, just keep on, gotta see this person, gotta go after this person? And what was your reasoning at the end of the day? Why were you doing that? Like I said before, with me, you see, I have, my little silly reasons. Because at that point in my life, that's where my head was at. So how about you? If you're an Aquarius or not, if you've had that situation occur, let us know in the comment section, okay? All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. Thank you so much for that question, because it really did amuse me. It definitely did. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Likewise, if you know somebody who's in a situation or who has been in these types of situations before, please pass this video on to them, because I would love to hear what they have to say. Okay, guys, see you later.